EA Sports.
Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Looking to scramble. He's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Fires left. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off, and the ball slipped out. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up. just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the pass is intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to him. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Makes the grab on the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Got his man on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's sacked. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Clemson! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Going up top. Snags it on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Navy quick to the line. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Short completion along the sideline will be enough for the first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, Dana, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Coming after it. Pulls it in. It's Maffa. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Moving away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Unloads to the right. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Love what they did there, putting a big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find a soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, still looking. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. To the ground to try to move the chains. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the third sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Now they're going to throw it. Getting some heat. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Scanning the field, it's Horvath. Back open in the middle. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped down.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To the air on first down. Might be looking to run. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And Navy will go back on the attack. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Looking downfield, it's Horvat. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. So that's going to do it here in the 1st half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Ready to start the 2nd half, and Clemson will kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, going to the air. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there, the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route true.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He chucks one out to the right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass.
Get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. feeling some heat.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water with this offense so backed up. They're able to get to him for a sack, and I give the quarterback credit because I thought he was about to take a safety. Somehow he was able to stay out of the end zone.
Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
Coming up, 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Clemson 21, Navy.
Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Navy will go back on the attack. Use the play fake, now to throw. Turns it loose. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
First down for the offense.
He dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Horvath. He's got the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He's got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy! Lining up to add another. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Looking to scramble. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This almost certainly to win the game. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Navy.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. From right in the center of the field, straight on to win the game. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Navy.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Let's go! Going up top on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the